Zhukova, and I am the acting head of the Department of Foreign Philology and Translation at our university, and I'll be working with you this term with the subject that you chose, English or actually foreign language for life and career. Today I would like to get acquainted with you a little bit. I want to find out what you expect from this course, what you want to get from it. And then I will suggest one topic to start with, something related to your future study and career. You will see what it is a bit later. So let's work in the following way. Now I will ask you to work in pairs, and the task I want you to discuss, the question I want you to discuss is, just a second, you will see it. In a moment. So what's your favorite word in Ukrainian? I will ask you to talk to your partner in a breakout room and explain why a particular word is your favorite. And then when you come back, one of you will briefly tell us what words you named and why they are your favorites, what they mean to you, what associations you have with the word. For example, I can, no, I will not give you an example, not to distract you from your favorite words. Do you know how to work in breakout rooms? Have you ever worked with them? Okay, good. So then there will be 4 breakout rooms. Now you will see an invitation. You need to accept it, and you will have 3 minutes to communicate with your partner in the group, in the room. And then, yeah, welcome, Ivan. Yes. Yes. Do you want to work with a specific person? Okay. Who would you like? Yes, it's possible. Okay. If this means something to you, then no problem, you can work. Any other preferences from the group, or it makes no difference, big difference? Good. So then, what question are you going to discuss in your breakout rooms? Yes, that's right. Okay, start please. So join the breakout room.
Hello, Ivan Stepan. Nice to nice to see you. I want to die, but wish let's go out. Mobs. Yes. Ivan, I wanna ask you one question. What's your favorite word in Ukrainian? Maybe my it's їсти. Їда. О, я так і скажу. Я люблю їсти, да. I eating, yeah, that's correct. I want to eat a lot of candies, cookies. What else? Gumbo, pizza. I like to eat pizza. Yeah. Нет. Так, ChatGPT, help me, please. О, я ничего не хочу делать вообще. Это еще 6-я пара, вообще не кстати. Нет, я в офисе. Да, classes. Why it's your favorite word in English, in Ukrainian? Because. Мгм. Yeah, that's correct food. Что? Так, то я перевелся на другую должность. Я теперь фахівець по работе зі студентом. Сельпо. Ты не хочешь пойти в сельпо работать? Ладно, не советую, честно. Что-что? Конечно, выбирай. Продавец, кассир, э, вантажник, охранник. Э, Продавцом. Да, боже, намного. Честно, ну, я на прошлой неделе, у меня была первая неделя, я практически ничего не делаю здесь. Ну, ну такое, пока скромно проходит. Что? Это приватный разговор, Ваня. Ну, короче, пока что как-то меньше шло, да. Или умереть, сдохнуть. Это тоже мой девиз по жизни. Да, которому, да, боже, бедный мальчик. Без понятия.
Yeah, what's the question, Alexei?
Can it be a phrase instead of a word?
Yeah, very welcome. So before we start, I would really ask you to switch on your cameras if that's not a big problem. It might be really nice to see your faces, not the black screens. If it's not a big challenge for you, please use your videos. Thank you. Okay, so who wants to be the first to share? We have already heard Alexei Antonov. What about the rest of the people? If you want
May
to
I?
share. Yeah, welcome, Oleg.
My favorite Ukrainian word, I think it's maybe "батьківщина", because because I have a good feeling about this word, something warm and something рідне, це як
Native.
native, yes.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else ready to share? Mm. Mhm. Eyesight. Yeah. Okay. Good for you if they help you. Nice. Any other ideas?
I can. So my favorite Ukrainian word is a "їсти", which means in. I like it because it reminds me of delicious food and enjoying meals with my family and friends. Plus,
Okay.
thinking about food always help me when I'm I'm in a bad mood.
Okay.
When I'm so depressed.
What's your favorite food, Kirill?
Maybe candies, cakes, and so on.
Okay,
What's
nice.
your favorite food?
Mine, вареники with cherries.
Oh, that's good choice.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. So any other people who want to share?
I think mine will be
Well,
a bit of opposite to the last speaker.
mhm.
Because my favorite phrase is "що занадто, то не здраво," because it's true about pretty much everything.
Okay. When was the last time that you used this phrase
Think
or
about
thought?
2 weeks ago. I can't say for sure because I don't remember every single time I used it.
Okay. And was there something you can share with us when you said that? What happened then?
Maybe a lot of work or a lot of study.
Ah, okay. So thank you for sharing, Alexei. Hope that you will use this phrase not too much in the future, or at least during the English classes. Any other people who are ready to share?
I can. My favorite word is соняшник,
Mhm.
a sunflower. I like the way it sounds and how I pronounce it, the feel in my mouth, and it brings me associations with something warm, with summer breaks, and it's a very comfortable word to think of.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Yeah. One of the warm words, really. Any other people?
My favorite Ukrainian word is пристрасть, passion, because it's power that makes people do great things. It's power that moves people to create outstanding works of art, and it's generally a big moving power of the humanity.
Okay. What are you passionate about?
About music, about
Oh.
game development, that kind of things.
I see.
About people.
Are you a composer?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
do
yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay, what's your favorite style?
Rock music, I think.
Nice. Okay. Thank you everyone for sharing. Anybody else?
Yes.
Well.
My favorite word is freedom, незалежність, свобода. This word exactly describes our nation, our country. We are free to express emotions, thoughts. The main thing is we do it ourselves, rather than electing one leader who will speak for us, like in United States of America. So freedom, незалежність, it's my favorite word.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Ну, незалежність, I would say, is independence. Then freedom would be
Воля.
like, воля, да.
Воля.
Воля, свобода. Okay, thank you. Timothy, are you ready?
Okay. I love things that makes me feel challenged, and I love word consciousness, свідомість, because for some reason I have maybe not much consciousness to remember this word, because when I try to use it, I always forget it.
Can you type it in the chat? No.
What?
Could you type it in the chat now? Consciousness.
Yeah, no, well, when there is context where this word must be used, I can't remember it
Okay.
immediately.
I see.
So I always must concentrate on this task.
Yeah. I personally also concentrate on this word when I have to write it, not to mix S, C, and the order of the letters. So it's one of the challenging words for me. Philip, you wanted to add something?
So what he says is he can't get this word off the top of his head.
Okay, nice. Thank you. Good. So any other comments, ideas? Thank you for sharing. Then let's move on. Well, as I didn't know what level of English I might expect in this group, so I decided to start with a topic that might be useful for everyone and could be quite safe for the start. And I decided to talk with you today about the exam that you will probably have to take in summer. Do you know the exam I'm speaking about? If you are going, well, how many people here are going to take the master's degree study?
We are master students.
Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry, I just thought that you are. Okay, so then what are your impressions about that exam? Really? So it was nothing special for you?
Don't remember it like happening. I think it happened, but I don't remember it.
Oh, nice. That it didn't produce much impression on you. So then, as experienced students, could you please tell me what approach you used to pass it? How did you work with the reading part of the exam and with the use of English exam part?
To be honest, I think modern English exams are like way too easy, so there's no need for like preparing if there is some basic knowledge. It's just my opinion. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Okay. Good for you if you can do that so easily. Any other, I don't know, like experience? How did you?
I personally consider my level of English rather good, so to prepare for the exams, I'll just had to try the tests because the tests for previous exams are all online and free to use.
And how did you do the reading part? For example, where you had to match the text, parts of the text with the headings.
I got 30 out of 30.
Glad for you. How did you do that? How did you work? So you have the text, you have the headings. What did you start with?
Well, reading the text naturally.
Well, not that naturally because there can be different approaches. So you read the text and then moved on to the headings.
And then moved on to the headings, read the headings, and well, tried to guess which one is the most appropriate. Of course, it was not always obvious because some were just similar, and that's a rather, I say, predatory approach to examination.
Okay. How? Option. Okay, yeah, so like different strategies. Okay, and what helped you to both, or everybody, what helped you to identify the correct option? Either you start from the text or from the headings. What did you look for?
Maybe just for two and this all.
For what, Alexei?
Maybe just for two, то есть только удача помогла и все.
Just relied on your luck. I see.
My personal strategy in this text is like finding the most obvious ones because sometimes like there are like clear flags that this heading is most certainly is connected
Mhm.
with a lot of text, and then some of the questionable they just well by the end of that process there's only a few left, so it's much easier. And
Mhm.
and if I would do that in the beginning, like try to find out which of the similar text belong to some heading, it would be way more difficult. So like
Uh-huh.
there's some strategy.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Good. So then,
I
this-
also have a
Yeah.
hint. Well, you will catch some gazes from person which observes this exam, but
Mhm.
it's nothing illegal. I use Ctrl F function, which
Mhm.
helps you like find some specific things in text.
Mhm.
And yeah, it helps, but my observers wasn't happy about that. But
Mhm.
it
I see.
it doesn't contradict rules.
I had no idea that Ctrl F was working, but actually I broke down my exam laptop by accidentally
Mhm.
disabling internet, so it couldn't load the page, and they had to reboot it all.
I see. Nice. So they understood that you're an expert in IT from the very beginning of the exam or somewhere in the middle. Okay. So then, thank you for sharing. I will take into account your experience and tell the other students who are just going to take it how it what may happen there. Так. So now then let's move on to the actually some content that we will discuss. And I suggest that we should use the book which is called Keynote, and it is based on the TED Talks, videos and speeches. Are you familiar with TED Talks?
Yeah, sure. We
What-
had new English in, no, I don't know about others, but I had English in the past semester,
Mhm.
and we had to do some, we had to watch some TED Talks and then discuss it.
Okay, who was your teacher then?
Katerina Lut.
Okay. And what do you think about the TED Talks?
It was
General.
quite great, yeah. And the TED Talks itself, I mean, the task was great, and the talks itself are quite informative.
Okay. And did you work with this with the specific book, or was it just TED Talk and you discussed it then?
Just TED Talk.
Okay. What about the other people? What is your experience with TED Talks?
About my group, we have a special book. Maybe I find now this book.
Mhm.
I not find, but this book is in Cambridge and we teach Katrina Adamenko. I remember
Ольга
yes,
Володимирівна
yes.
Адаменко. Так.
And we create presentations and we speak about themes, несколько something themes, some topics, and this I think all
Okay,
what we have done.
good. Thank you for sharing. Any other groups here? But I guess only 2 groups had English last year. Not all. No, not all groups have it as the obligatory component. Okay, so now I have posted the book in the Google Classroom. Could you please follow the link in the chat and you will find it there. Does the link work? Can you open it?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. Nice, nice, good. So let's yes, quite a large one. So let's begin with the first unit, as it just should be logically, so to say. And it's called identity. Why do you think we have this picture as the title for the first unit?
Because it depicts native, I'm not really sure native who, but like some native person of native culture in some native appearance.
Okay.
So like it's there on the identity.
Yeah, in the bottom right corner, you can see what culture this boy represents.
Very
Some
small text.
Tarahumara boy in
Yeah,
traditional Bari. Ivan, you wanted to add something? Okay. What do you think all these white dots might mean? Why is he painted this way?
Yeah, actually, could
Okay.
be it could be some tribe that was mostly hunters. So like maybe that was their identity actually.
Okay. So we're going to watch a short version of the TED Talk. That's exercise 1 now, by Rennie Gleason, called 404, The Story of a Page Not Found. So please read the text above about Rennie Gleason, about the speaker and the talk, and then you will work in pairs and discuss 3 questions in exercise 1. So you have 2 minutes to read the text first, and then I will put you into pairs. Are you done? Have you read the text? What about the rest of the people?
Yes.
Good. So now when you will go to smaller rooms, there will be mostly 2 people in the room. And what questions do you need to discuss there?
We need to discuss unit number 1 about 404 page.
Yeah, so that's exercise 1, background, 3 questions, 1, 2, 3 here. And please be ready to share your ideas when you come back after 5 minutes in the room. Do you have any questions now? Okay. If you have any questions when you are in the breakout room, at the bottom you have the help button, and I can see that and join your room and answer your questions then. Okay, so please enjoy the communication.
Hello, Ivan Stepan. Oh my gosh. Так, let's talk about 404 page. Is it correct? Or she pronounce different? 404 page. How do you pronounce? Four oh four. Okay. Так, question number one. The 404 page is one of the most recognizable pages users can find on the web. When would you see this page on the website? When, Ivan Stepan? A 44 page not found is like when you're trying to find a specific web page, but the computer says it can't find it. It's like hitting a dead end online. Что? It's like hitting a dead end online. Dead end online. This correct. Что? Да, we discussed about page 404. Page number 9 in the book. Have you seen any funny for 404 pages? What did they show? Some of dead smiles. Боже, что за вопросы? Почему так поздно этот английский? Я бы уже давно был дома. Да, я бы не успел бы доехать домой. Так, Иван, tell me about funny 404 pages. Да, have you ever seen before? Repeat, please repeat. Pages on a website, not a book. Some funny, maybe. It's error, да. It shows when computer can find a web page. No, yeah. And guide, but 44 pages, and when computer can find some specific web page, or it doesn't exist. Да, и у меня немножко горло болит. Так. Да нет, просто... Да я вчера, позавчера после офиса выходил и под дождь попал, так что... Так. that what ChatGPT says. Sometimes when a web page can be found, instead of just saying 400 for page not found, some websites show funny pictures and messages. They might have pictures of cute animals with a message like, oops, looks like this page went on vacation, or something similar. It's a way to make the error message a little less boring and maybe even bring a smile to your face. Ваня, ты обрадовался? Number three, third questions. Rainy Gleason works in new media. Can you give an example of a new media? What is new media, Иван? Did you know about that? Вот, боже, я когда общаюсь по-английски, я просто забываю все времена, которые правила грамматические. Просто все забываю. А я их не знал. Что-что? Ты дикпик мне шлешь? Дик-пик? В смысле, серьезно? Ну, в смысле, что она сказала? Ничего же она не сказала. Бля, она скажет, а что ты ChatGPT говорил? Ну, так, Ваня, what is new media? Yeah. I can give you an example from smart person, very smart person. Так, ой. Some of examples of new media include social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, online streaming services such as Netflix, Hulu, and YouTube, blogs and vlogs, what else? Podcast, virtual reality, mobile apps, interactive website and online games, ebooks and digital publications, online forums and communities where users can discuss various topics. Ой. Ну ладно, интересно, она спросит что-то меня? Короче, пофиг, мне уже ничего не хочется сегодня делать. Так ты хоть что-то понимаешь, что я читаю? Да? А что ты с ней там ты с ней общаешься, да? Ты что, меня изменяешь? Знаю.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. So hopefully you had enough time, or just next to enough time to discuss the questions. Well, so what are your findings? When would you see the page on a website? Oh, 404 page on a website. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Not really. The error 44 means that the page you're requesting does not exist on the server.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what is your experience with such pages? Have you seen any funny 404 pages? What did they show?
Well, getting a 404 page is usually not a good thing because it means that the link you were given is now dead, affected by so-called link rot. But as for finding for pages, well, I'm pretty sure I've seen plenty, but right now I can only recall the one GitHub has, where it references Star Wars, and these are not the droids you're looking for thing.
Okay. Thank you. Any other experience maybe you have?
I think the general idea is that when people get for error page, they're like usually they may be frustrated because they are like spending their time and getting nothing. So like to distract them from this, to like ease the atmosphere, developers add some jokes, like some funny animals or something that like delivering the message of page not found. So like that's the general purpose, I think.
Yeah, okay. Just for something that the quick search gives is something like this thief here, or page not found here, see you soon. That's black humor. Then what else can be there? Some not very decent words. The page is taking a nap. So, and there was one. I have bad news for you. So something like, yeah.
There was the GitHub one that here with your reference. So like
Yes, on the right.
Okay. So if there is a sense of humor, then it's not that upsetting or frustrating, hopefully. Good, let's move on. And the next thing is about Rennie Gleason, who works in new media. Can you give any examples of new media?
I think new media in general, I'm not exactly sure about the meaning of this word, but I assume it's like indie media that is not involved with big companies that are like developing independently by some people on internet social platforms. So like YouTube channels, Telegram channels, like this kind of stuff. And yeah, I guess this.
Okay, thank you. Any other ideas?
Maybe new media include social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, online streaming services, or other sites, blogs, podcasts, or etc.
Good, thank you. So now, before we watch the TED Talk itself, there should be some vocabulary cleared up, or we need just to make sure that you're familiar with the words. So please read the sentences in exercise 2. The words in bold will be used in the TED Talk, and guess the meaning of the words. Maybe we will not even have to read their definitions. So what does it mean to head up?
Head up is to lead some team, like to be in the head of it.
Okay, on top of it or in the leading position.
Yeah.
Good, thank you. Then what is a startup?
A startup is a business that only starts developing. It's like some fresh idea that is turning into a business, and usually searching for investors.
Okay, thank you. So then we have to embed something. Who is ready to explain?
That would mean to integrate something into something, or put something into something, like, for example, putting a video on a website.
Good,
Actually,
thank you.
now I'm curious. Of course, I know this word all my life, but I'm curious if like M is mbet, like if it's with the root bet and M as prefix.
Prefix, yeah.
Yeah.
So then
Yes.
I actually cannot say for sure, but we can check the origin of the word. Just to embed etymology. So it.
Yeah, it is. I just googled.
To lay in a bed, yes. So
Yeah.
originally it comes from bed, a geological term in reference to fossils in rock. Okay, and you see meaning to place. It was used by a journalist within a military unit at war. So it has quite a nice story behind it.
So yeah, like we can compare rocks, like some rocks in rock massive, and some video in the internet page, like they're embedded in light. Yeah, that's an analogy.
Okay. Thank you.
I like the other version of this word. Embedded. It's written funny.
Ah, yeah, maybe. Then we have cities in sentence 4. Who are they? Kirillov?
Cities is the people who look after your child, pet, or house temporarily.
Okay, thank you. Then what is a brand?
This is a symbol of a company, maybe a word or an image of company.
Okay. Thank you. And finally,
More like
yeah,
reputation, I think.
representation or image?
No, reputation.
Ah, reputation. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Good. Thank you. Yeah. So it's usually connected. What is an error?
Something that
Result of malfunctioning, in this case, software.
Okay. Timothy, what did you want to say?
just that this is the most annoying word in our job.
Yeah. For your professional vocabulary, it's very annoying. Okay, so you know the meaning of the words. If you didn't know them, you just got to learn them a little bit. And now let's move on to the TED Talk itself. So you will watch the edited version of the TED Talk now. And in exercise 1, you have 3 events that the speaker will mention. You need to put them into the correct order. So look through them first, and then we will watch. Ready? Okay,
Yeah.
I will share the sound now. Can you hear the sound?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay.
So what I want to try to do is tell a quick story about a 404 page and a lesson that was learned as a result of it. But to start, it probably helps to have an understanding of what a 404 page actually is. The 404 page is that. It's that broken experience on the web. It's effectively the default page when you ask a website for something and it can't find it. And it serves you the 404 page. It's inherently a feeling of being broken when you go through it. And I just want you to think a little bit about, remember for yourself, it's annoying, right, when you hit this thing, because it's the feeling of a broken relationship. But these things are everywhere. They're on sites big, they're on sites small. This is a global experience. What a 404 page tells you is that you fell through the cracks. That's not a good experience when you're used to experiences like this, right? You can get on your Connect and you can have unicorns dancing and things, you know, rainbows spraying out of your mobile phone. A 404 page is not what you're looking for. You get that, and it's like a slap in the face. So, where this comes into play and why this is important is I head up a technology incubator. We had 8 startups sitting around there, and those startups are focused on what they are, not what they're not. Until one day, Athlete Path, which is a website that focuses on services for extreme athletes, found this video. Joey! Yeah! They took that video and they embedded it in their 404 page, and it was like a light bulb went off for everybody in the place. Because finally, there was a page that actually felt like what it felt like to hit a 404. So this turned into a contest. Daily Path that offers inspiration, put inspiration on their 404 page. Stayhound, which helps you find pet sitters through your social network, commiserated with your pet, right? Each one of them found this. It turned into a 24-hour contest at 4:04 the next day. We gave out $404 in cash, and what they learned was that those little things done right actually matter, and that well-designed moments can build brands. So you take a look out in the real world, and the fun thing is, you can actually hack these yourself. You can type in an URL and put in 404, and these will pop. This is one that commiserates with you. This is one that blames you. This is one that I loved. It said, this is an error page, but what if this error page was also an opportunity, right? So it was a moment in time where all of these startups had to sit and think and got really excited about what they could be, because back to the whole relationship issue, what they figured out through this exercise was that a simple mistake can tell me what you're not, or it can remind me of why I should love you. Thank you.
So, what was the order of the things he mentioned? Could you please type in the chat the letters? BCA, ABC, CBA, whatever. So unanimously it was BCA. Good, well done, thank you. Yeah, this is it. Well, generally, what do you think about this TED Talk and Rennie Gleason as a speaker? What impression does he produce on you? Does his story resonate with you?
I don't think that this is so stressful experience about these pages. So,
You see, it isn't, your perspective is right, but like it's a little stressful experience, and while it isn't really feeling like a stress for like web designers, for people who design sites, taking such things into consideration is like important, because it like a lot of little things make big money in general. So like that's why the way even bother.
I don't know, is there any statistics about that it earns company money? So,
Philip, how can you like present the connection?
To be
Explain.
honest, like it's more like a theoretical thing, because like of course there are no statistics, I think, about like direct connection with money, but like in general, the better user experiences, the more users are visiting the site. So the more money the site gains, like in general. So the things that are likely to make user experience better, they are theoretically profitable. So like this is one of those things.
Well, I understand that, but you may say this about everything. Like everything is important.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
But I don't feel that this special case is so much important to.
It isn't. It isn't.
So,
But
well,
actually, when I watched some TED Talks in the previous semester, there were some very fair points about like sites approaching visitors with like special words. So like, for example, instead of "you made a mistake," they would rather say "a mistake happened." So like they try not to blame viewer, not to make him uncomfortable. So he would stay for longer and he would, I don't know, watch
Again.
the ads and to bring the money, like that kind of stuff.
Okay, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, really, words matter. Let's move on. You will watch the first part of the talk again. This time, please decide if the sentences in exercise 2 are true or false. So let's do. Okay.
So what I want to try to do is tell a quick story about a 404 page and a lesson that was learned as a result of it. But to start, it probably helps to have an understanding of what a 404 page actually is. The 404 page is that. It's that broken experience on the web. It's effectively the default page when you ask a website for something and it can't find it. And it serves you the 404 page. It's inherently a feeling of being broken when you go through it. And I just want you to think a little bit about, remember for yourself, it's annoying, right, when you hit this thing, because it's the feeling of a broken relationship. But these things are everywhere. They're on sites big, they're on sites small. This is a global experience. What a 404 page tells you is that you fell through the cracks. That's not a good experience when you're used to experiences like this, right? You can get on your Connect and you can have unicorns dancing and things, you know, rainbows spraying out of your mobile phone. A 404 page is not what you're looking for. You get that, and it's like a slap in the face.
Yeah, could you please put the answers in the chat? Which statements were true? Which were false?
Actually, I just had a thought that error 44 is actually quite common in the social media, like social network, because very often the social networks allow to make common URLs. So like for some personal page or so. So like it's meant to create some URLs that are memorized. So for example, like to put your name in a URL or something. So when URLs are memorized and then typed from memory, there's like a high possibility to mistype. So this happens actually quite often.
Okay, thank you for sharing your thoughts, Philip. We have quite a variety of answers, mostly FFT, but still not unanimous. Let's move one by one. So the first is false, thought by most people. And Serhiy Kachanyuk, could you please explain why it's false and what should be correct?
Because every case is different. In every case, the page looks differently. It has different text and so on. So it's not standardized.
Okay, yeah, good. Thank you. Then second statement, almost everybody said that it's false, but Alexei Antonov believes it's true. Alexei, how can you prove, or maybe you remember some sentence from the video to support your answer?
Because I think I heard this this moment, and I поставил так, как услышу.
Heard. You heard that.
Yes.
Okay. So does anybody else believe that the second is true?
It's true, but it was said in the latter half of the video, and in this half of the video, like that was said.
Okay.
44 pages became interesting, like with time, but it's not in this part of the video.
But is it most of them or just some become interesting?
I think most of them, like if we're looking at popular websites, like in any websites that are actually decently designed, I think they are interesting in all of those cases.
Basically, they say that it's true and most pages are interesting. Well, and the last one was believed by most people that it's true. Sergei Zhadov, can you support your answer with some statement from the video? Okay, if not now, Anastasia Yatsenko, can you support your answer that it's true?
It was said by the speaker, and it's kind of common that finding a 404 page is a negative experience because user was searching something or in a mood for something and stumbled across this page, not finding the information they needed.
So it was said like it's like a slap in your face, not a positive experience.
But
okay,
if
so
you slap someone with this, if you're a hacker, so it's shame.
It depends on the purpose, right? Okay, thank you. So now in the time which is left, let's watch the second part of the talk, and this time please focus on exercise 3. You need to choose the correct option to complete the sentences. Look through the sentences first. Watch it.
So where this comes into play and why this is important is I head up a technology incubator. We had 8 startups sitting around there, and those startups are focused on what they are, not what they're not. Until one day, Athlete Path, which is a website that focuses on services for extreme athletes, found this video. Joey! Yeah! They took that video and they embedded it in their 404 page, and it was like a light bulb went off for everybody in the place. Because finally, there was a page that actually felt like what it felt like to hit a 404. So this turned into a contest. Daily Path that offers inspiration, put inspiration on their 404 page. Stayhound, which helps you find pet sitters through your social network, commiserated with your pet, right? Each one of them found this. It turned into a 24-hour contest at 4:04 the next day. We gave out $404 in cash, and what they learned was that those little things done right actually matter, and that well-designed moments can build brands. So you take a look out in the real world, and you can, the fun thing is, you can actually hack these yourself. You can type in an URL and put in 404, and these will pop. This is one that commiserates with you. This is one that blames you. This is one that I loved. It said, this is an error page, but what if this error page was also an opportunity, right? So it was a moment in time where all of these startups had to sit and think and got really excited about what they could be, because back to the whole relationship issue, what they figured out through this exercise was that a simple mistake can tell me what you're not, or it can remind me of why I should love you. Thank you.
Okay. So what are the answers? Let's see. Well, you don't need to put them in the chat. Let's do it quickly. Just I will invite people who didn't speak much today to answer. Bogdanzu, could you please do sentence 1?
In my opinion, the right answer is about startups, because Ted said and mentioned that something about building brands. So I suppose it mentioned about new companies like startups, not about established companies.
Okay, good, thank you. Yeah, the correct word is startup here. Так, then Андрій Храпко, second sentence.
I think right answer here is made a video. I'm pretty sure I heard that they made this page with a biker video.
Okay, does everybody have this answer, like made a video?
No.
Pretty sure they found it.
No, they found it and embedded into the page.
Yeah, it was not purposefully made, but just an accident which was filmed some by the company. Okay, then next sentence. Олег Макарицький чи Макарицький?
Макарицький, так.
Макарицький.
The contest Rennie Gleason organized lasted 24 hours.
Okay, yes, that's it. Thank you. And the final sentence. Костянтин Кухтін. Або Кухтін, не знаю, як правильно.
Кухтін, правильно.
Okay, welcome.
So, I think correct is website, maybe, but I just
You're not sure?
I very очень плохо воспринимаю на слух.
You have difficulty.
Yeah, I use just my logic, not listen.
Okay.
I потерялся где-то на середине там текста, и поэтому пытался и прочитать эти, не успел, и там потерялся, короче говоря.
Got it. So we need help. Oleg Ivanov, what is the answer?
Okay.
I'm agree with Bogdan because that provides
So for sentence 4, Bogdan commented on sentence 1, and what about sentence 4? Which answer did you choose?
What about sentence?
Websites or identity? Not sure.
Yep.
Okay, then Alexei Spasivtsev, can you help us, Spasiv?
Yes, I think that the right choice is identity, because the user saw different 404 errors, and he remember that error, which make a logical chain between the brand and that feelings that he received from the internet surface in their site. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. This is it. Good. Thank you, everyone. And here is where we're going to stop. But just before you leave, one quick thing for the feedback. You used quite a lot of nice expressions while answering, and the first one was no, one of them actually was to gain money. What is the synonym for this word? How can we say that in another way? To gain money, what is that?
To earn.
Yeah, to earn money, or simply to get. Then how do we pronounce this word? Where do we put the stress? Which part of the word?
Contest.
Contest, yes, right. The first like syllables should be stressed. Okay, and one more thing. What do we say? What phrase do we use when a person searches the internet with no particular purpose, or maybe with a purpose, but just spends some time in the internet reading some information?
Surface.
Yeah, to surf the internet, or the person is surfing the internet, right? You are. And what do we need to correct in this phrase here? So what should be the correct phrase?
May I? Yes, these.
No,
Those
these
feelings.
or that
Those.
feeling.
Yeah, those feelings or that feeling. Just yeah, nice that you know such terminology. Plural, and what is the opposite?
Singular.
Singular.
Singular. Great. Okay. So this is it for today. I will post your home assignment in the Google Classroom for our next meeting on Wednesday. Thank you for your work. Do you have any questions, comments, suggestions? No? Then please stay safe. Have a nice evening and see you next week. Bye.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
You too.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
You too.
Goodbye.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye.